Hello and welcome back to my home tiki bar, Henry's Hideout, where this week we tackle another cocktail off Don the Beachcomber's delectable 30 menu. Today, we're going with the Vicious Virgin. Now, I got real excited to make this one, but I was also like, man, I've been making a lot of these like orangey cocktails, which is really the majority of Don the Beachcomber's delectable 30 menu. They're all like the same color, and I just wanted a little bit more variety. And also, I looked at the recipe for the Vicious Virgin. I'm like, all right, it's like falernum, lime, and a couple different rums. So it's almost like a daiquiri. So I was like, all right, this is gonna be a little bit straightforward. Not to say the drink's gonna fall flat by any means, but it might be a little bit more on the basic side. So I went out of my way to look up maybe if there was a variation of the Vicious Virgin, and lo and behold, there is a drink that was created at the Pago Pago bar in Tucson called the Vicious Virgin number 2, and it was created in the 1960s, and it is my first drink that I'm ever going to make on this channel that uses blue curaçao. So I had to go out, buy this bottle. Hopefully this drink's good so I can use the rest of this bottle on something besides blue Hawaiians, which I don't make anyway. And yeah, we're gonna make these two cocktails. We're gonna compare them. We're gonna see if the 1930s original version beats the 1960s Pago Pago version, or perhaps the new school will beat out the old school this time. But yeah, super excited to make these two drinks for you guys and compare them head to head. So let's get into the ingredients for Vicious Virgin. I guess the first one. A lime, of course, velvet falernum, a gold rum, a Virgin Islands rum, a white Puerto Rican rum, and some Demerara syrup. Start by cutting a fresh lime and getting half an ounce into a clear glass. Then you're going to need a 1/4 ounce of John D. Taylor's Velvet Falernum, followed by a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup or Demerara syrup. Then you want a 1/2 ounce of a white Puerto Rican style rum. Then 0.25 ounces of a Virgin Islands rum. I'm using Cruzan Blackstrap. It's a dark rum. Then 0.75 ounces of a gold rum. I'm using Bacardi 8. It is a Puerto Rican style. Then go ahead and transfer your cocktail into a shaker tin and crack some big cubes into that tin. Make sure to give that a nice hard shake before then straining your cocktail into a chilled coupe glass. And per the Don the Beachcomber Vicious Virgin picture, we're just going to garnish with a simple cherry. And there it is, the 1930s Vicious Virgin. All right, now let's get into the ingredients for Vicious Virgin number 2 from the Pago Pago in Tucson 1960s. For that one, you're gonna need, of course, another fresh lime, a grapefruit, orgeat syrup, blue curaçao, the silver Puerto Rican rum, and some reposado tequila. Start with 0.75 ounces of your silver Puerto Rican style rum, and then follow that with 0.75 ounces of your reposado or blanco tequila. Then 0.25 ounces of our blue curaçao for that beautiful color. Then you're going to want to cut a grapefruit in half, and we're going to need a whopping 1.5 ounces of fresh grapefruit juice in this cocktail. We'll follow that with 0.75 ounces of freshly squeezed lime juice, and then a 1/2 ounce of our homemade orgeat syrup. And we'll finish this one off with 5 drops of our saline solution to bring out all those beautiful flavors. We'll transfer it into our shaker tin, crack our ice, give that a nice hard shake. Then we're going to use a channel knife to get a nice strip of grapefruit. Then we'll strain our cocktail into our chilled Nick and Nora glass with a cherry already in it. And there is the beautiful 1960s Pago Pago Vicious Virgin number 2. Alright guys, and just like that, here are our two wildly different Vicious Virgins. without further ado, we're gonna give these a shot. Let's go with the original from the 30s. Vicious Virgin, first time trying this. I don't expect much, honestly. And as usual, I'd be wrong. I mean, this drink is so simple on paper, right? A couple different kinds of rum, falernum, lime, Demerara syrup, kind of like a daiquiri with a little bit of falernum in it. But again, Don hits you with these unique blends of rums that really just bring a whole new level to this drink. And now, since it called for Virgin Island Gold rum, and I didn't have that, I used 0.25 of that Cruzan Blackstrap, which is a Virgin Island rum, but it's a dark rum. And then I used 0.75 of Bacardi Gold, which is a gold Puerto Rican, which matches with the light Puerto Rican in here. Overall, that's wonderful. I really thought that this was gonna fall flat, so that's why I wanted to make the updated version as well. Let's get into this thing. The blue is kind of separating now at this point, but this is the first drink I've ever used blue curaçao in. I actually had to buy a new bottle of blue curaçao because I didn't have any. So we're gonna go in on this, did a fancy little channel knife garnish, and I'm excited for this one. It's got tequila and white rum, Puerto Rican as well. Oh man. Those are two wildly different drinks. Vicious Virgin, I guess number 1 if you want to call it, and Vicious Virgin number 2, created in the 60s, the Pago bar. What am I going to say here? Well, this one is definitely more rum forward, but it's a very interesting blend of rums I've never had before. Makes it so refreshing. You get just a touch of that maple from Cruzan Blackstrap. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure how a gold Virgin Islands rum differs from, say, a gold Barbados or a gold Puerto Rican, but there is gold Puerto Rican in here mixed with the white Puerto Rican, and then just a touch of that Blackstrap. I think that is magical. And this one here is so different. That reposado tequila just is so beautiful in there. I'm getting mainly the reposado tequila and a lot of that orange from the blue curacao. A little bit of creamy nuttiness from the orgeat that's super, super nice. And I really thought there was gonna be way too much grapefruit in here. There's 1.5 ounces of grapefruit juice in here, which is why I chose red grapefruit instead of white. But it really just mixes in with the curacao flavor and the lime. It's in Margaritaville territory a little bit, but then I think it does kind of balance out a little bit with that smooth white Puerto Rican rum. So far, this is the best blue drink I've ever had, so if you have a bottle of Curaçao lying around, you should definitely try this one out for yourself. And if you have a bottle of gold Virgin Islands rum, definitely make this one. Or if you don't, and you have the Cruzan Blackstrap that you probably never use, or maybe you use 1 ounce of it in Hurricanes like me, try this one out. I think out of the two, I'm most surprised by this one. But as far as flavor goes and complexity, this one might take the cake just because I'm using that La Gritona Reposado tequila. And it's so complex. I've never had a tequila drink with orgeat in it, I don't think. Except the Tia Mia uses mezcal and orgeat. That's the closest I've ever gotten to mixing tequila and orgeat. Super interesting. Really glad I found this one. But overall, I would make both of these again for sure. They're just so wildly different. Yeah, this is still like a clever play on the original, so bravo to the bartender who created this at the Pago Pago. Yeah, guys, these are classic up drinks. I love these both. I'm definitely going to be putting these in the rotation more and more. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode with the double cocktails. And yeah, I'm going to have me a good day. Happy 4th if you celebrate that kind of thing. And yeah, cheers, you guys. All right, I have to do it. No, that's not gonna work. No, let's do the original in the 60s. Oh, note to self: those are better left separate. Don't drink them at the same time. All right, aloha. Cheers. I love doing that.